Hi, it's Crazy Monkey here again. So here's part 3 of the update. So basically what I'm saying is about America being destroyed in the year 2050 is that, in my opinion, to save the country, we really need to cut immigration dramatically. We need to cut immigration 50%. The RAISE Act would cut immigration nearly 50%. That would be a great start. And I think that if we build a wall and we do extreme vetting and we cut immigration 50% with the RAISE Act, we do all 3 of those things, I think that would go a very long way in saving the country. But if we don't do those 3 things, and if the Democrat, Socialist, Islamicist Party takes over in year 2020, like I think they will, I think the country will be lost. I think they will flood the country with 10 million immigrants per year for decades and decades, and I think the country will be lost. I think we would turn into a third world country. The rich elites will make all the money, the corporations will make all the money, and we Americans will become dirt poor. We will become dirt poor and literally living in a third world country. And in my opinion is this is what we should do with immigration. This is my opinion of what we should do with immigration. Basically, we should allow 500,000 immigrants per year. And we should divide the planet up into 10 different zones. Each zone gets 50,000 immigrants to come to America each year. So it'd be 500,000 legal immigrants per year. And then there would be some exemptions made as well. You have family reunification, obviously. You have a lot of people that need to reunite their family, bring in their wife, bring in maybe their children. You have some of that. You might have some natural disasters. You might have some refugee crises. So the actual number of immigrants would probably be closer to like 750,000 per year. But basically, this would be 500,000 per year in these 10 zones. So basically, South America would be Zone 1. They would get 50,000 immigrants into the United States every year. Zone 2 would be Mexico and Latin America. They would get 50,000 immigrants into the United States every year. Canada would be Zone 3. Africa, the Middle East, and India would be Zone 4. Zone 5 would be Western Europe. Zone 6 would be Eastern Europe. Zone 7 would be Russia. Zone 8 would be China and South Korea. Zone 9 would be like these island areas like Philippines, Japan, Indonesia. And then Zone 10 would be Australia. And then each zone, 50% must be Christian. 50% of all immigrants in each zone must be Christian or higher. And then 90% would be all religions under 1.5 million. And then the remaining 10% would be Muslim in each zone. That's how I believe it should be. And I believe this would basically save the country, in my opinion. If we did this, it would save the country. It would be basically an immigration act that would be based on racial equality, because everybody's being allowed to come into the country in moderate numbers. And at the same time, all religions are being allowed to come into the country in moderate numbers. But at the same time, it preserves our Christian heritage by making sure 50% are Christian. So it preserves our Christian heritage, making sure America always stays a Christian nation, making sure Christianity is always #1 religion in America. That's why it's 50% Christian in every zone. And then obviously 90%, that's all religions. So that would be Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, that would be all religions under 1.5 billion. And then obviously the remaining 10% would be Muslim. So when you add it up, this 50% is very equal, because you obviously have Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, you have different religions, Islam. Each religion is like basically getting like 10%. So it's very, very equal. It's very much about racial equality. It's very much about religious equality, allowing everybody to come in as long as the numbers are acceptable, this would be 50,000 each zone, which would be 500,000 per year. It'd be 500,000 immigrants per year. And I think this would basically save the country. I think this is what we should do. And then obviously I know there's going to be a few extra refugees, there's going to be a few extra, family reunification. So the total number might be 750,000. But that would go a long way in saving the country. The current number, 2.5 million immigrants, illegal and legal, is basically wrecking the country. It's collapsing our wages. Our wages are totally collapsing, and that's why our quality of life is collapsing. We've got to lower the numbers of immigrants dramatically if we're going to save this country. So I just wanted to say that update real quick. Thank you.